Hello, and a warm welcome to another interesting and motivating edition of Moment with Avoyi. In the last few weeks, we have been talking about attitude and storms that crush winning attitude from within. I am glad that you know how to manage crush from within. In case you missed the previous editions already broadcast on Chateau FM, please search for our Facebook page, Moment with Avoyi. Listen to it and also add your comment or send your comment to our number 0805 182 7303. Again, 0805 182 7303. I am Avoyi Umogu. I'll be right back after this break.
When they all should let us be, we belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest heart. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Still love. How deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all shoot.
Welcome back. Today, we are discussing crash from without. Remember, when we concluded teaching on the crash from within, I told you it's not only things within us that endanger our attitude or perspective. Our attitude sometimes crash when the storms around us begin to take their toll. That's why we'll begin to discuss storms that crash our attitude from without, because they are external forces that interfere with our attitude. 1 is the closeness of criticism. 2, the presence of problems. 3, the conflicts of change. And 4, the night of negativism. Let us treat it one after the other according to our custom for better understanding. The closeness of criticism, according to John Maxwell, is a criticism that hurts because it always comes close to where you live or what you love. Before I go further, I will ask you this question. Can you remember a critical statement someone said to you that has affected your life? Or a critical statement someone said to your loved ones that has affected your life? Send your response to me via 08051 827303. I repeat, 08051 827303. Whatever is your answer, please add the reasons why you reacted the way you did. Good. I'm sure some of you have crossed the road before where your loved ones were being criticized and you were hurt, or maybe you were about to cross the road. A good example of closeness to criticism is when someone runs your very special person down, either by making a mockery of him or her, or badmouth him or her. Your reaction is as justified as mine. It can hurt you if you refuse to find out why your loved one is being criticized. Do not always react to criticism negatively, even when it's directly talking about you, because in most cases, it turns out to be good, especially if it's a constructive one. It will help to correct some abnormality or expose you to things ordinarily you wouldn't take cognizance of. And this thing, if not for the criticism, it will have caused a bad reflection for you. Don't take criticism personally. If someone doesn't immediately like your work, even if you feel you are being criticized unfairly, don't avenge with an extreme knee-jerk reaction, or else you can irreparably damage your prospect of working with that person group, or audience, and can even harm your reputation as well. So, taking criticism can be a difficult thing. At some point in this kind of work that we do, that is so dependent on reviews and opinions, one will encounter a person who wants to tell you how to do things better. It can be hard to deal with. After all, nobody likes to be told they are wrong. But it's not all bad news, because sometimes you can use criticism to give yourself a robust outcome. As a young girl growing up in the city of Ayiteju in Kaba, Kogi State, I used to fight anybody bad-mouthing Anibira. But when I grew up, I realized why the Yorubas say, "Ebu kinso," that is, abuse or insult does not grow fruits. So I learned to filter whatever someone tells me, especially when it comes to doing my job. I adopt helpful advice and ignore what can crush my attitude. Please, before you take any decision, ask yourself what bothers you most when you are criticized. Who says it? Why was it said? What was the attitude that accompanied it? The place where it was shared. Is criticism coming from different people about the same subject? Is it valid? If so, what are you doing about it? At this point, you are to revisit your approach, to adjust where necessary, because many persons are now saying the same thing about the same subject. But if after your critical analysis, you discover the one that is criticizing you is doing it out of envy and hatred, then you can avoid the person. Dwell less thinking about the person's view, because it is in the habit of small people to belittle you or tear you down. Before I move to the next crash from without, hear what Zig Ziglar said about criticism. He says, "Don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people have is when they take a bite out of you." Yes, when you have a bad person who thinks while you are making progress and not him or her, he or she becomes jealous, envious of what you are doing or what you have. And if he or she cannot beat you, he cannot join you, then he or she will use his or her mouth to tear you apart. That is why you have to be careful of friends you tell your little secret. Learn to choose your friend and observe some persons from afar before you join yourself with them. Some persons are experts on spreading negative criticism just to tarnish your image. Do not fall prey of such persons. Let's go for a break, and when we return, we shall take on the second storm that ruins attitude from without. Hello, it's Moment with Avoyi, a weekly segment with Avoyi Unwogu on how to recreate our world, how to expose our minds to attract positive things, how to use our minds to change our situation. Call it motivational, inspirational, psychological, or spiritual. You are right, because these are what you will be exposed to on Moment with Avoyi, a reality radio program on Chateau 102.7 FM. Time every Monday between 7 and 7:30 p.m. It's time to reshape or recreate our world with our minds and hearts. Don't miss it. Welcome back. The next one is the presence of problems. What is problem? A problem is a situation, question, or thing that causes difficulty, stress, or doubt. It's also a question raised to inspire thought. Another scholar defines a problem as a situation, person, or thing that needs attention and needs to be dealt with or solved. Albert Einstein says, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." And Robert Scholar says, "Problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines." May these quotes inspire you. Do you know some problems will cause you to wonder, cry, panic, or get angry because you are frustrated and you do not know how to get it solved. Of course, you will say even life is full of problems. That is why John Maxwell has helped to break it down in an acronym manner. We start with P. He said P is for predictors. He said it helps mold our future. R is a reminder that we are not sufficient. We need God and others to help. And O is opportunities that pull us out of our roots and cause us to think creatively. B is blessings that open up doors that we usually do not go through. L stands for lesson. Each new challenge will be our teacher. E is everywhere. No place or persons is excluded from them. So problems are not meant for some particular persons. They can visit the rich or poor. Your size of the problem is according to the ability that is at work in you. You are expected to solve the problem without fear. M is a message. They warn us about potential disaster. And finally, S is solvable. Thank God, no problem is without a solution. So a problem is just an unwelcome situation that you are not prepared for. But when it shows up, you will have the creative ability to provide solutions to it by the help of God and man. Just know that as our faces are different, so is our problems. Just take yours as a test of your faith and move on. At this level, it can be challenging. Your attitude may crash just because you could not solve your problems. Just because you set a goal does not mean you are going to get it. Many of life's toughest goals take lots of attempts. Do not quit attempting. Your problem may be to buy a car, build a house, pay your school fee, travel abroad, pay your children's school fees, buy good things for your wife or for your husband, even get married. But it seems the solution will never come. No, sir, no, ma. The only difference between you and A or B that has achieved so much is just the distance between your desire and your target. And attitude is that distance. What will bring your target to fruition is your attitude. The higher, we talk about the altitude of your attitude. The higher your attitude, go for what you want, that is the level of which you'll be able to fathom solution on how to get it. But if your attitude is at low level, it's crashing. But let it fly high. With faith, you'll get what you want to get. So that is why you can't afford to pack up. Keep trying, keep believing, and keep pursuing your dream, because soon you will find the solution hidden in that problem of yours. Let us go for a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Moment with Avoyi. For your comments, advert placement, and sponsorship, please call 0805-182-7303. Again, 0805-182-7303. You can also visit Jato FM to place your adverts or sponsorship. You can also visit our Facebook page, Moment with Avoyi, to leave your comment for us. Thank you. Yes, since you are telling me now that problems are with us till the end of life, do you know you can handle them without getting frustrated or do something dirty to solve them? If you don't know, then after this teaching, you will know. All you need to do to solve the problem is to be transparent in your communication. You have to express your point of view freely to God first. Think of someone that can solve it. Meet the person and please be sincere about it. Do not hide the truth from the one who can assist you or suggest a solution. Let me pause and give you an example. If you have a case in the court, and here you are, your lawyer has come to you because your lawyer is your advocate. So when he's there, first thing your lawyer will tell you is, please do not hide anything from me. Tell me all that has happened, how it happened. Even if you kill, tell your lawyer. Your lawyer will ask you, did you kill? If it's true, just say it. Because it is when you explain details that your lawyer will be able to pick from and, of course, stand in for you. But when your lawyer asks you questions and you are lying, it will be difficult for your lawyer to fight for you. Because if he gets to hear the truth from another angle, it will backfire. And that's why you don't keep secrets from your lawyer. You tell your lawyer everything. Now it's left for the lawyer to fight for you. And if it's a case that he cannot handle, I'm sure he will tell you to look for another lawyer. So the same thing in this case. If your problem is too much, ask somebody. If you are confused, you don't know how to go about it, tell someone that probably will be able to solve it for you. Tell God. Pray. So these are things you can do to solve your problem. You don't just sit down and cry over it or panic. No. Get solution. Get solution. That is the best. So that's why sincerity is key. Sincerity is key. Do not hide the truth from the one who can assist you or suggest a solution. Please, you have to break down silos. What is a silo? A silo is a structure for storing bulk material. It's also synonymous with to mindset present when certain departments or factors do not wish to share information with others in the same cycle. You can be together and there will be division. You can be in one room and there will still be division. You can be working in the same department and nobody is ready to share their truth. They will be hiding information from one another. You can be in the same company and some person will just hoard this information that is meant for everybody. What you know can benefit Mr. A, please tell Mr. A. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Express your idea, give your idea, tell people. If you have good suggestion, bring it up to help. Maybe at that moment to help to solve somebody's problem. Don't just keep it to yourself. I know this thing, I will not tell. No, it's bad. Tell the person so that you also can, of course, learn from it. Because the more you share your idea, the more you express it, the more you tell others, at that moment you are also gaining. So transparent communication. Don't hoard. Don't keep your information to yourself alone. Be transparent, because transparent communication requires you to break down silos and enable a boundaryless person whose culture is focused on the betterment of a healthier living. When you operate in a siloed environment where everyone wants to be a star, it becomes increasingly difficult to help to make anything or anyone better. then problem solving becomes a discouraging task. But when you are the type that opens up conversation and brings suggestion, you will be operating with a clean attitude that cannot be corrupt. Open-minded people learn to tackle problems head-on, do not chicken out. Open-minded people see beyond the obvious details before siloed persons. They do not keep silent, they talk, they shout it, they consult, because they want to get the solution through those who have the potential and character to solve the problems. To me, I don't know how to hide if I have challenge, call it problem, I don't know how to hide it. I will say it out. I will tell people. I will announce it so that my help can come. If I'm not talking, my helper will not show up. But talk, express it, but anyway, tell the right person. Not those who will make caricature of you. Not those who will make fun of you. Watch those who you want to tell, those who you know that can really help you solve it. Tell them. Don't close mouth. A closed mouth is a closed door. Don't close your mouth so that your favor can locate you. Don't close your mouth so that your helper can come. When you ask, even the Bible says, ask and it shall be given. Knock and it shall be open. Knock at the door will be open. Ask what you want and it shall be given to you. So the same thing happening. If you have problems, please tell somebody. Express your feeling so that you can be helped. That's the only way. If you keep it to yourself, I'm sorry, you will continue to wallowing in that problems. If care is not taken, your attitude will be crushed before you know what is happening, and you will just be seeing yourself doing wrong things always. When your attitude crashes, you have two alternatives. You can either alter the difficulty or alter yourself. What can be changed for the best, you must change. When that is impossible, you must adjust to the circumstances positively. I want to repeat myself so that you get it sink into you. He said, what can be changed for the best, you must change. When that is impossible, you must adjust to the circumstances positively. It's not saying negatively now, positively. That means accept it with faith. Accept it with love, with joy, with happiness. And before you know it, the problems begin to favor you. It will become your ladder to climb to the top. So that is it. If you have positive mindset towards solving your problems, you don't have issue. To just grow your faith, you become matured, and you'll be able to achieve many things. You know what? With problems, we are pressed on every side by troubles, but not crushed and broken. We are perplexed because we don't know why things happen as they do, but we don't give up and quit. We are hunted down, but God never abandons us. We get knocked down, but we get up again and keep going. This you will find in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 8 and 9. Before I sign up, know that until you permit defeat, you cannot be defeated. Now that we have discussed the closeness of criticism and the presence of problems, we shall by God's grace next week continue with the conflicts of change and the night of negativism. Until then, please keep guiding your winning attitude with all positive thoughts. I'm Avoyi saying goodbye.